welcome to my channel. And today I'll be showing you guys how to make the most fluffiest, the most softest, and the most delicious cocoa bread. Stay tuned. Okay, let's get started. In a bowl, we're going to put 1 cup of coconut milk. You could use any brand. Then we're going to use 3 tablespoons of granulated sugar. Then we're going to put 1 teaspoon of salt, and we're going to put 4 tablespoons of melted butter. Make sure your butter is just melted when you put it in the microwave and that it does not get to a boiling point. Okay? Then we're going to put 1 large egg, and we're going to put 1 package of instant yeast. And you want to make sure you put everything that's in that package, child. The little yeast in there was holding on. They was holding on that little package. More than Rose was holding on to Jack in the Titanic, friend. I'm trying to tell you. Then I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna get a fork and I'm gonna mix it all together until they all have combined and become one as a unit. Then I'm gonna grab my all-purpose flour. And I'm going to put 4 cups of all-purpose flour into my bowl. And with clean hands, we're going to mix the wet mixture and the dry mixture, basically. So the flour and all the other good stuff we put in there. We're going to mix it all together until it forms a dough and it becomes one as a unit. So we're just going to continue to do that. And it's gonna be you want it to be like in a consistency where it's not gonna stick to your hand anymore, okay? And when you keep mixing it, that's what's gonna happen. It's gonna look a little something like this, okay? Then after that, we're gonna put a little bit of flour on a countertop or your working area, wherever, and you're just gonna make sure you put that flour so that the dough doesn't stick onto the counter, and you're gonna mend the dough. You're gonna mend the dough for 5 minutes, okay? So just go ahead and set your timer and do that for 5 minutes. I know this is like the worst part in making any type of bread is mending the dough, but 5 minutes is not that long. And when you're mending the dough, just like, put your energy into it, put your force into it, punch it a little bit, act like it's somebody that owe you some money and don't want to give it back, or like, I don't know, or like somebody that caused you some trauma in your life, release some stress, release some tension. Yeah, beat it up a little bit, that'll make you feel better. You, at this point, it's going to be past 5 minutes and you're going to still be mending the dough because, baby, you beating the hell out the dough, okay? All right. So then we're going to form it into a ball like that. And we're going to grab our bowl. And we're going to put a little bit of oil into the bowl. You could use any kind of oil, okay? We're going to put a little bit of oil. We're just going to put it everywhere in that bowl, okay? And once the oil is everywhere, we're going to take our dough. We're going to put it face down and we're going to rub it all in there so you could get some of that oil. And we're going to turn it around and rub it everywhere so we could get some of the oil. And the reason we put that oil in there is because so the dough don't get dry and it'll like crack. It'll be so dry when you get it later on. That's why we put that there so it don't get dry. And then you're going to cover it, and you're going to let it sit for 1 hour. After 1 hour, your dough should have doubled in size. Look at that, baby. That's you after you said you was going to only eat 1 slice of pizza, and it's 3 months later. Now look at you. Doubled in size, okay? So now you're going to punch it. And then after that, you're going to put a little bit of flour on the counter. Again, make sure it's nice and clean. I only put a little bit because at this point, it shouldn't even be sticking onto the counter. And if it is, then Houston, we got a problem. You did something wrong, baby. Go ahead and get yourself up and try again, okay? So you should be good. It shouldn't even really be sticking anymore. So then after that, we're just going to we're going to make it back into a circle like it was. Make it like a ball, nice and round. And then after that, we're going to cut it up, okay? We're going to cut it up. I cut it up into 8 pieces at first, and then I took each one of those 8 pieces of dough that I cut up, and I cut them up into 2 pieces. So in total, I had 16 pieces of dough, okay? All right. So this is me just taking the dough and I'm spreading it apart and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to make it into a circle. This is when I cut it into the second piece like I told you guys cuz I cut each one of those pieces, okay? So I'm just making it into a circle like that, okay? So into making it in a bar. So in total you should have 16 balls. Then after that you're just going to go ahead, you're going to take each one of those balls, you're going to do this one by one. You're going to go ahead, you're going to open them up. And you're gonna first I've started using my hand. Then after that, I'm going to use this thing called a pilon. It's like a rolling pin, but I don't have a rolling pin. So when sometimes when you ain't got what you got to get what you need, you gotta use what you got to get what you need. Okay. So that's basically what I did. I don't have a rolling pin, but I did have a pilon. It's something like a rolling pin. So hey, it's gonna do what it need to do. You could use a glass cup, you could use anything, and you could use anything, babe. You could use anything to get the job done as long as the job is done and keep it sanitary. Something that goes in the kitchen, because this is a pilon. It does go in the kitchen. It's actually to like mash stuff. If you Haitian, you know what it is. If you not, then you watch my other channels. Well, my other channel. You watch my other videos. I talk about it before and I used it before, so you might know what it is. But if you don't, Google it, baby. I don't know what it's called in English though. Okay. So then after that, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna make it into a circle about 1/8 inch thick. And I'm gonna make it into the perfect circle that I can, baby. Because baby, I ain't got the little thing that lets you know if the circle is perfect. It look good enough to me. So now I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna take some melted butter. This is salted butter. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna put it all in there. And the reason we're putting the butter is so that we don't it doesn't stick, because when it comes to cocoa bread you have to fold it. It's like a little pocket. It has like a little pocket like that, so you don't want it to stick when it cook, and the butter is going to make it not stick. So that's why we're doing that. Then after that, this is it. When we're done, I had to use 2 different pans with what that paper called, that paper that don't stick, y'all, parchment paper. There we go. And I put that in the pan. Then I went ahead, I covered them and I let them sit for about 30 minutes. And then after that, after 30 minutes, this is how it looked. They all rised a little bit. And the Lord said, let them rise. I don't know where it says that in the Bible, but it sounds like it's somewhere in there. So then I went ahead and I put some butter at the top, some melted butter at the top. Then I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to put that in the oven uncovered at 350 degrees for 15 to 20 minutes at the top rack. You want to make sure you put it at the top rack and not the bottom rack, because the bottom will burn if you put it at the bottom rack, okay? So top rack, 15 to 20 minutes, and this is how it looks. Oh my God, you guys. Look at this cocoa bread. You guys, this thing is so soft. It's so airy. It's so fluffy and buttery. Child, look at me. I done lost a nail along the way and making this little recipe. Child, don't judge me. Judge your mammy. But yes, look at that cocoa bread, baby. Don't play with it. Look at that cocoa bread. Let's go ahead and give this beautiful cocoa bread a moment of silence for the beauty that it holds. Yes, child. Yes, this cocoa bread was so good. It could be served with anything. It could be served like a dinner roll. It could be served with like a Jamaican beef patty. Baby, the sky is the limit when it comes to what it could be served with, baby. All I know is when I made these, they ain't last not one day in my household. They were gone, baby. Everybody loved these. Go ahead and give this recipe a try. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to comment. And go ahead and subscribe to my channel for more videos. Bye. Until next time.